Hello, everyone. Welcome to FDIC Product Network, brought to you by FDIC International in Fire Apparatus and Emergency Equipment. I'm Ed Ballum, editor of Fire Apparatus and Emergency Equipment, and today we'll be talking with representatives from SoundOff Signal, a family owned and operated warning light business located in Hudsonville, Michigan. It was founded in 1992. Here with us today is Brent Walker, Director of Sales for Fire and EMS in the United States, and he's going to tell us about SoundOff Signal's new products. And Brent, welcome. Thank you for being here today.
Ed, thank you very much, and thank you to FDIC Product Network for hosting such a great venue, given the last year's events, for us to reach out to the men and women who protect all of us in order to show us some of our latest products.
Great. So you've got a lot of things to talk to us about today, right?
We do. We have one particular product that we'd like to talk to you about, and when I say we, along with me today, I have Gabe Casucci, who's our key accounts manager for Fire and EMS, and then I also have Matthew Ayers, who is one of our lead product trainers, who's a technical expert when it comes to our products, along with me today.
Great. That's wonderful. Well, Brent, go ahead and take it away, sir.
Excellent. Thank you, Ed. One of the questions that we asked ourselves when we were developing this product that we're going to talk to you about today are what are some of the things that we would consider highly resistant or indestructible out in the world today. And so when you look at something like silicone, you look at O-rings, how long O-rings last within things like hoses and some of your other products that you have out there. Transistors. Within your electronics products, I think about my cell phone that lasts, 5-6 years. And then even up into technology such as the space shuttle. Well, what is the one thing that this caulk, these O-rings, this transistor, and even this heat shielding on the space shuttle has in common? Flex Seal, for example. What is it that all of these things have in common? Well, our engineers asked themselves this question about 5 or 6 years ago. And we said, well, it's silicone. All of these products have silicone within them, and the silicone is what makes them, for one, environmentally resistant, thermally stable, moisture sealed against moisture. It has excellent electrical insulating properties. It's highly durable. So then as a lighting and controls manufacturer, we asked ourselves, well, can we take a product like this and make something that would improve the safety of the men and women that we are out here to serve? And so we did. And we set along the journey 5 to 6 years ago to develop a product called mpower. This mpower lighting, starting with our 4-inch perimeter light, when we entered into the market, we said to ourselves, we're probably only going to sell, a couple thousand of these. And after a year, we realized we were onto something. We sold tens of thousands of that one light in the first year. And the reason why we were told it was successful was because of those things that we just talked about. We talked about it being highly durable, UV resistant. We think about the products that are out in the market right now, such as the polycarbonate lighting that yellows and cracks. This product, it doesn't yellow, it doesn't crack. Again, it's highly resistant. So we said to ourselves, what are the other items that we can use silicone for in order to improve our products? Now we have a silicone lens light bar. And today we're going to talk to you about our new fire line of lighting. And so if you could cue that video, I want to show you a video here of some of our fire EMS lights. Excellent. Thank you, Mark, for that. And as you could see within the video, our light has a great possibility of locations in which it can be placed. It's bright, it's durable. It comes in several different sizes. And when you think about what's been out in the market for the last 40 years, 50 years, now we're bringing our clear duty silicone technology to the industry in order to give you more possibilities. Think about the possibilities of different sizes. Think about the possibilities of different locations. Think about the lights that you have right now that are being broken because someone's kicking them or you're hitting them with a tool or they're getting knocked off by branches. You know, think about those lights and think about the possibilities of what silicone can bring when it comes to where you're at and the folks that you serve. Now, we didn't do this alone. Being here in Michigan, the automotive capital of the world, we have a lot of partners. And with this particular technology, we partnered with Dow Chemical. And Dow Chemical helped us come up with a formula of silicone, which we call clear duty technology, which helps us withstand, as I said, the harsh conditions, reducing the cost of repeated light replacements due to those cracked and discolored lenses. And most importantly, retaining color clarity and intensity over time. Think of the decreased safety that you as an operator, those of you that are listening to us right now, think of the decreased safety that you have when it comes to your lights aging over time and they become yellow and less effective. Well, now with silicone, you have a light that's not going to yellow over time and it will maintain its effectiveness in order to keep your responder safe. So some of the attributes, again, small footprint, highly durable, high UV characteristics eliminates yellowing, unique designs. Think of some of the other designs that you may need. It's a proven technology. Like I said, we've been in the marketplace for quite some time. We have these on vehicles all over the country. And the operating temperatures anywhere from -40 to 65 C. Again, SoundOff Signal. We are a privately held, employee-owned organization with many folks here, like myself, that spent more than 2 decades in public safety. Matt Ayers, like I mentioned, Gabe Casucci, who's also a fire chief in the community that he lives in. We are all here. We're responders. We understand what you go through, and we design innovative technology in order to keep you and your responders safe. Ed, is there any questions out there that I can answer?
Yes, Brent, we have several that came in. Let's see. First one we have is, what sizes are the silicone lights offered in?
So that's a great question, Ed. The silicone lights are offered in 7x3, 6x4, soon to launch in 9x7. We have a 4x2, and then we have a 4x1, or what we would call our 4-inch facial light, and then we also offer a 3-inch facial light. So we have all of your standard sizes that you would need for a fire EMS apparatus.
Sounds good. Another viewer wants to know, will the lights fit into current drilled holes for retrofit applications?
So again, Ed, as we think about innovation, we also want to give a nod to tradition. And there is a traditional hole pattern to your 9x7, 7x3s, and 6x4s. So when we designed these lights, we made sure that we kept with the industry standard hole pattern. So if you're doing a retrofit on an apparatus, these lights are going to fit within your current hole pattern.
Okay, we have another one from a viewer. Do you offer bezels for the lights?
We do offer bezels for the lights. We offer, well, first off, our bezels are metal. So when it comes to an installation, and many times you're bending and flexing a plastic bezel and they'll crack, and then you'll have to reinstall the bezel or repair the bezel. Our bezels are metal. We offer chrome bezels, we offer black options, and then we also, newly to the market, we offer a primed bezel. So if you want to paint your bezel the same color as your apparatus for a seamless look, we offer that as an option.
Very good. Here's one that's actually kind of a different kind of question. It comes in from Chile. Great products. We are dealers for SoundOff Signal in Chile. So that must mean you folks are all over the world.
That is correct. And I believe you have probably met our South American sales representative, Cynthia Delgado, down there. She's a wonderful addition to our team. And yes, we do offer our products all over the world, from Europe to Australia to Latin America.
Very good. Another viewer wants to know, and this one's a little different question. What is the difference between LED and silicone lights? Is there a difference in the amount of power required to operate them? So I think that's a little different kind of a question that may need a little bit of technical help on that one.
Yeah, and I'll let Matthew speak to that question.
Generally, the amp draw on our silicone LED lights will mimic the amp draw on whatever other lights are out there, although they are generally very low power, because one of the advantages of silicone is the optical efficiency. A silicone lens versus a polycarbonate lens is roughly 5 to 8% more optically efficient, which means we can drive the light a little less hard and get increased output on effective visible warning signal versus a competitor. As well, with the silicone light, there are some serious advantages for us with our ability to mold lenses that would be almost impossible to tool in another type of material.
Very good. And folks, if you have additional questions and maybe you didn't have it fully answered, please ask them. The folks at SoundOff Signal will be able to review these questions as I go along, and I'm sure they'll follow up with you as it happens, as I get time to get back to you. We have more questions that came in. How do these compare to competitors' products?
Well, first off, Ed, I would say that there's a lot of products out there that are good products. We're very humble here at SoundOff Signal, so I would never tell you anything negative about a competitor's products. What I can tell you is that our products are extremely competitive in functionality, price, and when it comes to light output, we would challenge you to find a better product on the market.
I would add to that, Ed, also that probably the biggest advantage to the silicone lights at this point is they were designed right from the start as a tricolor light. Potentially, you can order that light in any of our warning colors, up to three different colors per light. And in that sense, this is an opportunity, especially when designing new apparatus, to add increased functionality, especially with regards to scene lighting, or if you're retrofitting an apparatus or any of your applications, whether it's a light service truck, a rescue truck, anything, these products are going to offer enhanced functionality over what they're doing. They won't have to add as many lights in as many locations to get the same type of utility out of the product.
Very good. This one kind of comes in as a follow-up question to that. Can you get these color lights in Can you get these lights in trio colors ways? I see other brands only offer single color fire lights. So yes, another question about trio lights.
And as Matthew mentioned, one of the innovations that we bring to the market with this product is our tricolor lighting. So for those of you that are designing and specifying apparatus, and you think about, well, I have a scene light, I have a warning light, I have stop, tell, turn lights, and think about the fact that now you can add additional warning power to, let's say, for example, we have a backup with warning option. So if you have one warning light on the driver's left-hand side, now you can have two warning lights. Many of our customers in the past, they've used white scene lighting specifically for tasks, and now with tricolor lights and our control systems as well, you're also able to now turn those warning lights when you're in a blocking mode into 360 scene light, making your scene safer. So that is definitely a technology that we've introduced into this market that has not been there before.
Great. There's a lot of questions about the trio lights, and here's another one that kind of falls on that same line. This is the question. As one light appears to perform different functions, i.e. white scene lighting, red flashing, yellow flashing, etc., can the lights perform two functions at the same time, white scene lights and also flashing red?
So with our lights, you can have the functionality of having the light flash either a single color or flashing two colors, and then the third function would be steady burning or a scene light out of the third color. And if that third color is white, or if it happens to be a different color, you can steady burn it and use it as a scene light.
Excellent.
And we did design one of the silicone products, the 4x2 light, which is a smaller light and definitely designed to be a very versatile light with a series of mounting brackets and wedges. That light is capable in its application role of being a two-function light, where the upper bank of the light can do one function and the lower bank has the ability to do a scene override. So there is some advantages there, and that product definitely supports that type of dual simultaneous mode role.
Great. Some more questions have come in as we speak. What is the warranty on these lights? What's your warranty?
So as I mentioned earlier, because we feel that our light is more durable, we have a 10-year non-yellowing warranty and a 5-year mechanical and electrical warranty on our products.
Great.
Yeah, and Brent, if I could just touch on that too, just a serviceability factor of this light. For whatever reason, if one does fail for whatever reason it may be, you have the ability for us to advance ship it. We send you a replacement, and then it has a plug on the back where you could just simply plug it in and it's good to go. So no more rewiring, doesn't have to go back to a service center. We can send it right to the end user and you guys could take care of it and send it back.
That sounds good. This one sounds like it might fit this same question category. Are they all blueprint compatible, your lights?
So the lights that we've shown you today, they are blueprint compatible. So you would be able to put them into a slave mode and drive them through our blueprint control system.
Sounds good. Another question from a viewer. What OEM fire truck companies do you work with? What OEMs do you work with?
We work with several OEMs, and I'm going to let Gabe Casucci, who is our key accounts manager, tell you some of the customers that he's interacting with.
Yeah, so right now we work with every OEM, and if there's not any that we're not set up with, we can absolutely work with them. We are in all their quote writing systems. The customer has the ability, or end user has the ability to work with us or their dealer and get the vehicle spec taken care of. We then in turn get them the information, the drawings, the step files, the warranty information, and get that over to the OEM and the customer. On top of that, we have the ability to do NFPA configurations through our website and give the customer an NFPA validation for their build. All our lights have been validated through CalCoast for NFPA 1901, as well as Triple K standards for their vehicles. So our lights do meet those requirements and possibly exceed them. But to answer the question, we are set up with all the OEMs and we can accommodate anybody right now.
Great. Gabe, while you're up on the screen, we have one that came in particularly for you. It said, this viewer named Kelly says, it was mentioned that Gabe is a fire chief. What makes SoundOff Signal products different from what is on the market, and how does it help him do his job? That's
a good question. You know, I've been in the industry for 20 years, almost 20 years as a firefighter. I've been a part of vehicle specifications. I've used all makes and models and brands. What I would say separates the SoundOff product is right off the hand, the durability, the amount of abuse it could take. You know, everybody knows it's a tough job and things break, and in the fire service, things break fast. The silicone product is hands down the toughest product on the market. It could take whatever is thrown at it, the boots, the tools, the guys being abusive. I particularly love the application for off-road vehicles, brush trucks. It can really hold up to those elements. It can hold up to some high heat near a structure. Different than, we've had apparatus with poly lenses melted and smoldered, things like that. So it does have a higher heat point to it. Really, those are some of the things that really separates that product.
Very good. Viewer named Jonathan has a question about light bars. Jonathan asks, can you talk about your new light bar for fire apparatus, the N-Fuse XL? Is that a full 360-degree light bar or just forward-facing for ambulance chassis?
Well, Ed, that product that will get launched here before the end of the year, that is a fully configurable light bar. If the customer wants it to only be forward-facing and depopulated in the rear, we can do that. If they want a full 360-degree configuration for that product, we'll also be able to do that as well.
Sounds good. Another question we have here. What certifications does SoundOff Signal offer for products? And do we already ask that one?
That's okay. We'll definitely answer that question. We want to make sure that our customers are aware that we do have certifications in the standard SAE, as well as meeting the triple K specifications and NFPA certifications. And as Gabe mentioned earlier, one important thing for those that are specifying an apparatus is we actually offer within our dealer portal a website in which you can go in and actually configure the lighting products, and it will provide you with the lighting NFPA lighting certification documents when you're done.
Okay, one more question.
I just want to touch on that real quick. Just some of the support you would receive from SoundOff on a new truck spec is you would contact us. We would get you in touch with the most appropriate person, and we would work with you from bumper to bumper on building that specification. So we will do it for the end user. We will do it for the OEM. We will get you everything you need to make that truck compliant.
Excellent. Another viewer wants to know, what is the lead time to get the new 9x7 lights?
So, well, first off, let's talk about our overall lead times. We feel that we have some of the best industry leading times when it comes to delivering products. Usually on our fully configured light bars, it's within 2 to 3 weeks, and within our secondary lights, it's usually within 3 to 5 days. Our 9x7 warning light and scene light, as I stated, we want to ensure that it meets all of the rigorous requirements that the industry needs, and so that light will get launched later in the year.
Very good. Another viewer, this one's going to be kind of different question. This viewer wants to know if she can see these products, and will you be attending any shows this year? I know with the COVID restrictions, it's going to be kind of hard to do that, but where can viewers see these products in person if they'd like to see them?
Well, first off, depending on where you're at, we'll come to you. So all of our district sales managers, their contact information is listed on our website at www.soundoffsignal.com. And my information is on there as well. If you have any difficulty in locating one of our representatives or local dealers, then you can contact myself, Gabe, or Matt Ayers, and we'll be more than happy to lead you in the right direction. And then when it comes to shows, we do plan on being at FDIC in August. So we will have a booth there, and feel free to stop by our booth and come see us and see our products live and in person.
Excellent. We're all looking forward to FDIC in August. We have this is a kind of a testimonial kind of thing here. We have a person named Vance. This is already using these products, and they are by far the best I've ever seen. Keep up the great work, SoundOff Signal. So that's a little testimony from Vance.
Thanks, Vance.
Yes, and if it's the Vance that I believe it is, he is a great customer, or more importantly, he is a great partner to SoundOff Signal and has been for several years. And so sincere thank you to him for that plug.
Viewer named KC has a question. As a follow-up to the question about performing multi-functions, do you offer the directional arrow functions for the rear of the truck that could also perform as a flashing light function at the same time? So question about directional arrows and flashing at the same time.
Yes, so one of the options that we do offer in our silicone products is what we would call our 3-wire arrow kit. And so that is our 4-inch impowers in a harness with a controller, and you are able to use that as a directional arrow controller as well as a warning device. And the great thing about that product is it's highly configurable when it comes to the locations. So, not only would you not have an aluminum extrusion that you would have to place on the back of the vehicle, now you have loose product that you can place on the back of the vehicle and use different mounting options in order to place them, especially for difficult areas such as under a hose bed on the back of a pumper.
Okay, we have a viewer named Mario that has a question. What do you recommend for running board lights?
So Mario, thank you very much for that question. And again, this is a highly versatile product. I can tell you that on my demo vehicle, I have 4 of these put together, and they're used as running board lights. So not only are they my puddle light, they are also low mid vehicle warning lights as well.
Very good. That seems to be about all the questions we have from our viewers. And folks, if you're viewing this and you have additional questions that we did not get to, please go to fdicproductnetwork.com and you can ask more questions. And I'm sure Brent, Gabe, and Matthew will be happy to answer them. So, Brent, do you have anything you'd like to wrap up with? Anything you'd like to say?
Well, first off, a thank you to FDIC Product Network and to you, especially Ed, for taking the time out of your day in order to listen to us, in order to help us get our message out there. I would like to thank those that have taken the time out of their day to listen and ask their questions. And in a moment of appreciation from SoundOff Signal, we will be picking 3 individuals that attended today's show, and we'll be sending them out a thank you gift for taking the time out of their day in order to listen to us. And then
Awesome.
Next, I'd like to thank Matt and Gabe. Ed, as you can see, I have some very bright individuals that I work with on a daily basis.
Yes.
And what you've heard from them echoes throughout the halls here at SoundOff Signal. So again, thank you to our brothers and sisters out in the community, and a big thank you to FDIC Product Network.
Well, thank you, Brent, and Matt, and Gabe as well. Thank you very much for sharing all the information about SoundOff Signals. Again, if you have any additional questions that you did not get to, that we did not answer, please feel free to make sure you reach out to your SoundOff Signal representative or go to FDICproductnetwork.com and ask the questions there. This will be archived and recorded for you to go back and look at any time. And for FDIC Product Network and Fire Apparatus and Emergency Equipment, this is Ed Ballum. Until we meet again, stay safe. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you all.
Thanks.